Which ones? What one do you want to do?
Last two.
Yeah,
Last two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
They're always harder at the end, don't you know? Ready? The scatter plot shows the diameter of a tree. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line of fit that is drawn. If it asks you to interpret today, you do not have to. I am not going to ask you to interpret. Okay? All right, walk me through this. What's my first step? Need 2 points because we're going to calculate the slope. Okay? What do you want? 10, 6. 5, 6, I would take. 5, 6. 10, 12? Okay. How do I calculate slope? Okay, y minus y over x minus x. Which one do I use first? 12? 12. You can do 12. Oh. 12 minus 6 over 10 minus 5. You get the same thing. 12 minus 6 is 6. 10 minus 5 is... Miss Hoff is going to let us use decimals today because she's a kind soul. As long as we round to the nearest hundredth, I get 1.2. All right, so for my equation, I need to use my slope of 1.2. You want to use 5, 6 or 10, 12? 5, 6. So that equation we need to plug it into was y minus y1 equals m parenthesis x minus x1. When we fill it out, y minus 6 equals 1.2 parenthesis x minus 5. Then I should distribute y minus 6 equals 1.2x what's my number there? It's 6 minus 6. Okay. My last step. Add 6 to both sides. Y equals 1.2x. Technically, what is that? 0, right? Do you have to write plus 0? Could you write plus 0? Yes, I'm going to put it on there because I always want you to go and look. Does it make sense that your line is crossing at 0? That's what the graph supports, 100%. Okay, 100%. Your graph should always back up the work you just did on the equation. Thad.
So, when it comes to finding your slope, you're looking for the line that meets at like a easier part to find, like 10, 12, like x and y. Do you just like completely forget about the dots?
Yes, that is exactly. Once we're trying to figure out that line, those dots, it's almost like just ignore them. You only look on the line for points. Sometimes it's going to end up there's a dot there, but really the dot means nothing. Great question. Still want to stick with 8 or you want a different one? Nope. Miss Hoff says you don't have to interpret. I already crossed it off. Yeah. We're going to do 8. Okay, Tori made a decision. We're going to do 8. Peyton says whatever works. She's easy going. Tori says we're doing number 8. The scatter plot shows the relationship between the outside temperature and the number of gallons of ice cream sold per day. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line of fit that is drawn. Miss Hoff is a kind person and says we don't have to interpret today. So first things first, we need to find our slope. Jacob, what you got? 2, 7, 721. Thoughts? I think those are both fine, don't you think? On your own, without me walking you through it, find your slope. 2.8. All right, 2.8. We're going to use our slope at 2.8. You want to use 2.7 or 721? 2.7. Y minus 7 equals 2.8 parenthesis x minus 2. Y minus 7 equals 2.8x minus 5.6. Bless you. Then add 7 to both sides. Y equals 2.8x 1.4. Now look, does that make sense that your graph is crossing at 1.4? It looks about halfway between 0 and 3.5, correct? 1.4 would be okay. So that's an easy way to check is, did it cross where I calculated? Okay? So many people, almost every single kid this morning said, like, by the end of this, like, much better situation to be in. Now, tomorrow we have the play. I believe we will be back in math class for it. We're going to do something in class. You are not going to have any homework, okay? It's just going to be something in class. And then we'll do 9-3 worksheet, 9-3 day 2. I actually, with this, going to push everything back a day. So we'll do an online review on Monday, review on Tuesday, and a test next Wednesday. Okay? As you're working, turn to your neighbor and check your answers. As long as you're both done, I'm totally fine with that. All right? Rock and roll.